Satnam, and many blessings to all of you on this beautiful day where we have aligned ourselves with the stars, with the sacred waters, with the sacred rivers, with the sacred mountains, with the grace of the Guru. We are here today to sit and dive into a sacred space where we can synchronize our breath, where we can synchronize our heartbeat, and where we can synchronize our posture. And when these things are synchronized by 11 or more people, it creates an impact onto the cosmos. Because 11 individuals, 11 sacred souls have united, and they can change the destiny of humanity. They can create an impact even to the furthest star. And this is what is written. My friends, welcome to Ask a Yogi Satsang. In the first part of this session, we will be doing the synchronization. And then once we have synchronized ourselves, we have tuned ourselves with our heartbeats, then we will dive into some questions together and answers together through the grace of the Guru and the guidance of the beloved Master. So my friends, let's start with our hands folded in the center of the chest. The left is the Shakti and right is Shiva. The two polarities uniting in the center of our chest. Now, the base of the thumb here should be touching the center of your chest. There's a soft spot here, a soft spot, press it there. Eyes closed. In the words of Rumi, he says, don't sit outside. Don't sit outside in the light. Come in, sit in darkness. I repeat, he says, don't sit outside in light. Come in, sit in darkness. Come in, sit in darkness. So eyes closing, come in, sit in darkness. He says, we are intoxicated in this sitting, this inner sitting. We are totally intoxicated. We are in Vajda. We are in Vajda, which means intoxicated. We are whirling inside. Nobody bothers who comes and who goes in this sacred space. And this who comes and who goes, you know what is that? That is your thoughts. You cannot be bothered by anything other than your thoughts. So let me repeat this. It's beautiful. We need to understand. He says, don't sit outside in light. Come in, sit in darkness, which is the closing of the eyes. And he says, when we are sitting in this inner darkness, we are intoxicated. We are in Vajda. We are whirling. And the fact is, we are whirling. Thoughts are whirling. Once you go in, you realize your thoughts are whirling. Your breath is whirling. Your heartbeat is whirling. The universe, the solar system, the galaxy, everything is whirling. And all these is whirling because your thoughts are whirling, your thoughts are moving. And he says in the next sutra, nobody bothers who comes and who goes. So when you close your eyes, it is important. You do not get bothered by the thoughts. What thought comes? What thought goes? That is not your responsibility to know. So totally ignore your thoughts. Let come what comes. Let go what goes. And see what remains. See what remains. There's another very important part. See. Do not see that which is coming and that which is going. See what remains, my friends. There's another beautiful sutra that comes to my mind through the grace of the Guru. It is called Parda e Raz. Parda e Raz. I want you to recite this with me. Parda e Raz, which means the secret veil. There's a veil and it is secret. There's a secret, my friends, the secret of being happy with every flower. There is a secret. It's behind the veil. There is a secret of being happy with every mountain. There is a secret of being happy with every sip of water. There's a secret of being happy with every rock. And you know, when people found this secret, sacred mountains came into existence. Sacred rivers came into existence. They realized, maybe in the beginning, it is not possible to be happy with every mountain. Because the sutra is Padairas, the secret veil. We'll be diving into this today with the meditation. So be with me, understand what we're going to dive into today. So this secret is there. How to be happy with every flower. How to be happy with every mountain. And they realized it was difficult. I know it is difficult. We all know it is difficult. Then they say, let's pick one mountain. Let's pick up one river. Let's pick up one tree. And they decided to stay happy with that tree. Each time that mountain was mentioned, something bloomed in them. Each time the river was mentioned, something changed in them. They created a connection, and this is how Mount Kailash was born. This is how Bodhi tree was born. This is how the sacred river Ganga, the Ganges, the great mother, which flows from the highest location, cleansing the mistakes of humanity. Ganga was born, the Ganges was born. So your vision changed. This is the secret. Picking up one and then seeing it. Ordinarily, my friends, when we are seeing a mountain, we don't see the mountain. We see our thoughts about the mountain. Be with me. Whenever you're seeing the river, you're not seeing the river. You're seeing your thoughts about the river. Whenever you see a flower, you don't see the flower. You see your thoughts about the flower. In reality, we are blind. We are stuck in this time and space and name and form we have never seen. And those who have learned to see, they speak. They say, Netra Pragas Kya Gurudev. The spontaneous wisdom of a here and now brought light into my eyes. Satguru miliye dib drishta hoye. By meeting the spontaneous wisdom, by being exposed to the spontaneous wisdom, my light returned. I begin to see. So we are not seeing, we are only seeing our thoughts. You're not seeing me, my friends. And I may not be seeing you also. Both of us, we are seeing our thoughts. You are seeing your thoughts about me. And I'm seeing myself here. I don't see you. I'm seeing my thoughts about myself. But there is a secret. How to remove the veil. They say pick up one object. pick up anything which you connect with and then start seeing it. Now, when you start seeing it, your thoughts about that, your idea about that object surfaces itself. And then you get lost in that idea, in those thoughts about that object. My friends, each time you are seeing, your seeing is not continuous. Get this first. Each time you blink, the universe disappears. Now the universe is manifested in front of you. Each time you blink, it is so fast. The veil is so fast that you miss. Each time the eyelids close, you return back to your primordial dark space from which this universe is taking birth. You have to return back into the darkness, and that darkness rejuvenates you, and that's why you can see this world. So this world that you see outside is born from that primordial darkness which you touch each time you close your eyelids. But you don't see that darkness because even while closing the eye, you are still intoxicated, you're still captured by the thoughts which was gathered by the outside world, from the outside world. When you look into something, when you see something, and you really want to see that thing, the sages of the past, they mention, see without blinking. Because each time you blink, not only it veils the reality, it also cuts your thoughts. Each time you're blinking, your thoughts are cut, and the next thought is introduced. So the sages of the past, they mention, look without blinking. And when you start looking without blinking, those of you who have ever done this, you will see after some time, whatever sight is in front of you starts dissolving. You see white. And if you keep seeing, then darkness appears. And the darkness that appears while you are seeing without blinking, the darkness is known as the primordial womb. That is what is behind what you are seeing. That primordial womb of Adi Shakti, from which everything is appearing and into which everything is disappearing. It is called Hiranyagarbha in the yogic wisdom. The great primordial womb. There are sutras glorifying this in the Vedas. Om Hiranyagarbha samvrattagrihi bhutasya jataha patirek asit. I bow to that great primordial womb from which the spontaneous wisdom of the here and now is taking birth, and into which the wisdom is disappearing. Everything is in the eye. And if you know the eye, you know the eye. And if you don't know the eye, you don't know the eye. So the sages of the past mention, see without blinking. See without blinking. And that is the Kriya for today. To take off, to take down the veil so that we can see the reality as it is. My friends, before we dive into this Kriya today, I want you to tune in with me. Hands in the center of the chest, eyes closed for now. And as you go in, do not bother who comes, who goes, what thought appears and what thought disappears. Do not be bothered by that. Eyes closed, eyes closed. Spine straight. Let the breath come, let the breath go. And don't be bothered by what thought comes and what thought goes. Just see, my friends. Learn to see the darkness behind the two eyelids. In the words of Rumi, he says, behind the closed eyelids, in the dark space, I saw my beloved. In the dark space, I saw my beloved. And I requested the beloved, please reveal the secret. And the beloved said, shh, be quiet. Secrets are revealed in silence. I want you to embrace that silence. Embrace the dark primordial space behind the two eyes. The Hiranyagarbha, the primordial womb. My friends, eyes are closed, but you are seeing. Eyes are closed, but you are seeing. I want you to see the whole dark space behind the two eyelids. And do not be bothered who comes, who goes. Spine straight. Just look. Look without thinking. See without your thoughts. See without your story. See without your emotions. See without your ideas. Beautiful, my friends. With this realization, I want you to inhale through the nose and hold the sacred breath. And as you hold the sacred breath, please keep seeing. Please keep seeing. Spine straight. Spine straight. Keep seeing. Keep seeing. And do not be bothered by who comes and who goes. Beautiful. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And hold. And keep seeing. Keep seeing. Keep seeing. Do not be bothered by who comes, who goes. See. This is called entering vision. This is your doorway into visions. You know, my friends, this is the source of your every thought. This is the source of your every problem. This is the source of your every solution. This is the womb of the goddess, which is behind the veil of the two eyelids. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Hold and see. See. Do not be bothered by who comes, who goes. Just see. 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 Exhale. Let's tune in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Guru Guru Deva Namo Adgure Namahe Jugadgure Namahe Satgure Namahe Sri Gurudeva Namahe Adgure Namahe Jugadgure Namahe Satgure Namahe Sri Gurudeva Namahe Adgure Namahe Jugadgure Namahe Satgure Namahe Sri Gurudeva Namahe. And inhale and hold. And as you hold the breath, I want you to keep looking, see, and do not be bothered by who comes, who goes, which thought comes and which thought goes, which emotion shows itself and which emotion dissolves itself. That is not your concern. You are just the seer. You are the seer. Do not get lost in the scene. Be the seer, the drishta it is called, the witness, the dark, primordial, sacred space. My friends, hold. I will go further. This is the black hole. This corresponds to the black hole out there. And this is the black hole within you, which gives birth to everything you have ever experienced and which dissolves everything you have ever experienced, my friends. And exhale. One more time, inhale. The sacred breath of the Himalayas. Hold. 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 The sacred breath of the mountains. And with this sacred breath, see. Don't be bothered by who comes, who goes. We are all intoxicated in dark space, in this hidden room, in this hidden space, in this unmanifested space. We are all intoxicated, and that's a fact. Intoxication dissolves when you bring in your thoughts. And if you look into the sacred space without your thoughts, you are intoxicated. This is called darshan. And exhale. One more time, inhale and hold. This is called darshan, which means dar, shunya. Dar means door, and shun means a shunya, the door of shunya, the door of void, the door of ultimate reality, my friends. I will go a step deeper. You know, this is God. This is God. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Hold, see. The sages of the past have given this dark space a name. It is called Krashunya. Krashunya, from which the word Krishna comes. This is Krishna, the dark Lord, they call it. This is the Krishna, the dark Lord. This is the Krishna. This is Krashunya, the primordial dark. Witness it without your thoughts, and you will know what I'm saying. I'm showing you God with the grace of the Guru, my friends. And exhale. One more time. It's not enough. One more time. Inhale. Hold. See this. Be intoxicated. Drop your thoughts. Bothered not by who comes, who goes. See it as the seer. There's much deeper than this. I'm just giving you the first step into seeing the reality as it is. The reality is insight. From here, the Himalayas are born when you see. From here, the sacred rivers are born when you see. From here, the sacred sites are born when you see. And the sacred sites, the sacred mountains, the sacred rivers depend on your seeing. If you don't see, they don't exist. And this is the I. This is the aham. And exhale. One more time, my friends, the sixth one. Inhale. We complete 8 rounds, the number of infinity. Hold, my friends. See. See. World exists when the eyes are open. And where do they exist? Where do they manifest? They manifest in front of this. They manifest from here. This is the sacred space within which all your dreams manifest and dissolve. And this is the same sacred space within which the world appears and disappears. This is Shushupti. This is Shushupti when experienced without your thoughts, when experienced without your story. And exhale. This is the 7th. Last breath, my friends. Hold. See. Don't be bothered by who comes, who goes. We are all intoxicated here. The moment the thought comes, the intoxication is lost. And if the thoughts are not there, your story is not there, you are just seeing it as a seer, without past and without future, without reference to what happened in the past and what will happen in the future. This very space, this is called gratitude. You know, this is gratitude. This is the right definition of gratitude. It is called shukar. Shukar, it is called. Gratitude. Because this is the sacred space from which the universe is born. You know, when you see the furthest star, where does it appear? It appears here. This is the blackboard on which you are constantly writing your story. You are seeing the direct blackboard on which you are constantly narrating a story. You're seeing your source. You're seeing yourself without your thoughts if you are experiencing this. If your thoughts are coming and you are being bothered by who comes and who goes, you have not reached there. This is asana. This is posture. This is the yogic posture. And exhale. Sit still for a few moments. Don't move. Something triggered. Something changed. Something shifted. Even if it's 0.0001%. Something has changed. It has to change. And that is the law. When you learn to see, something must change in you. When you are in the state of darshan, it is called presence of the self. You just felt yourself, my friends, without your emotions, without your story. Those of you who touched it. Some of you may be struggling because you are bothered by who comes, who goes. Sit. And let me recite the sutra again. Rumi says, don't sit outside in light. Don't always be in light, because light, when you're exposed to too much, you can go crazy. You need the shelter of the womb. You need the shelter of the dark space. You know, God is not light. Get this very clear. God is not light. God is both light and darkness. The sutra is Namo Andakare. Namo Andakare. I bow to the great darkness. And the next sutra is Namo Teja Teje. I bow to the great light. Namo Teja Teje. Namo Andakare. I bow to the great light and I bow to the great darkness. So the two dualities have to dissolve as one, experience as one. And then that is the darshan, that is the experience of the presence of the I. When I went to find God, I found myself. And when I went to find myself, I found God. The sutra of the Sufis. जब खुद को ढूंढता हूं मैं तो तुझको पाता हूं मैं. जब तुझको ढूंढता हूं मैं तो खुद को पाता हूं मैं. My friends, see. Beautiful. Now, my friends, be in this space. Be in this space. Okay. Eyes closed. Now, O mouth, and inhale through the O mouth and exhale through the O mouth. We will be doing a meditation now before we dive into the Q&A. So O mouth and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep doing this, my friends, while holding the vision. 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 You inhaling, you exhaling. We will be diving into a sacred space, my friends. Be with me. Be with me. With the grace of the Guru, we will walk together. We will breathe together. We will sit together. Something has to shift. And 11 or more people sit together. We will send a healing rays to humanity. We will send healing rays to every animal that has been killed for the sake of the stomach, for the sake of the taste of the tongue. We will send healing to every child that has lost its life due to the activities that we do. We will send healing to the mountains. We will send the healing rays to every sacred river that we have polluted. My friends, sit and inhale and exhale through the O mouth. And why we are doing through O mouth is because we are directly assessing the cosmic wisdom. Keep doing, my friends, when you inhale through the left nostril, that is known as the wisdom prana. And when you inhale through the right nostril, that is known as the karmic prana. And when you inhale and exhale through the O mouth, through the mouth, touching the sacred tongue, which is the seat of consciousness, which is the seat of the goddess, Prabhuji Basar Sadhaki Rasana, where God sits. When the prana comes and kisses the seat of God, the tongue, something changes in you. Your breath becomes neutral. Your breath becomes neutral. You are no more in the realm of the wisdom. You are no more in the realm of karma. You have now entered the realm of wisdom, my friends. So you have now entered the realm of the neutral prana. So as the breath comes in, feel it sweeping the tongue, clearing the red carpet onto which the sacred mind of the awakened one talks and speaks and creates reality. You're giving birth, and that is the sacred space. You are clearing your consciousness when the prana comes and sweeps the tongue as it goes and enters the seat of its home, the prana kunta, the seat of the reserved prana. Sit in that sacred space. Keep up, keep up. Some of you may be feeling uncomfortable. Some of you may be feeling dizzy. The whirling has started. You're now being intoxicated. You cannot think negative now, my friends. If you're with me, try to think negative now. You can't. Because you have gone beyond the left and the right. The Ida and Pingala are shutting itself within 3 minutes. You will go beyond the duality of your mind, sacred, simple science, my friends. We don't need complicated things. It's a very simple breath that comes and goes and creates a shift in your awareness, a shift in your consciousness, a shift in your biofield, and a shift in the entire chemistry of the human body. Beautiful, my friends. Keep up, keep up. You will be thankful, and I hope you're with me. Keep up. O mouth, inhale. O mouth, exhale. And keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Hands in Gyan Mudra if you want to. We're almost done. O mouth, inhale. O mouth, exhale. Eyes closed, looking. And being not bothered by who comes and who goes. We're almost done. first hour, we synchronize ourselves. Beautiful, my friends. Now inhale and hold. And as you hold, I want you to see. See. Some of you may feel dizzy. You get intoxicated. The breath gives you vajda, intoxicates you. Something in you starts moving, shifting, whirling maybe. Something is whirling within you. Some of you may not be used to this, but this is the way to clear your mind. This is the way to clear your biofield. This is the way to clear your energies through the neutral space of the sacred mouth, where the prana kisses the seat of God, the tongue, and goes into its original location, the home. Prana, kunta, hold, hold, hold. Some of you may be very uncomfortable because whenever a shift comes, the body will be uncomfortable, the mind will be uncomfortable. Beautiful, my friends. And exhale. One more time, inhale and hold. Eyes closed, look, see. See without your mind. See without your mind. Become mindless. I will say mindfulness. This is mindfulness. This is mindfulness, where you are full with the isness, the I-ness. That's what mindfulness means, actually. When your mind is full of the ness, the I-ness, you are now experiencing only yourself. Now, when you hold, go into this space where the whole body is struggling, the mind is struggling, the space is struggling. Go into this space. Be in this struggle so that something shifts in you, something molds itself in you, something rejuvenates itself inside you, unless it's a medical reasons, my friends. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Hold. Hold. And sit and see. Mindfulness. Mind is full of isness, I-ness. You are just experiencing yourself at its most raw, sacred space. And whatever is inside, if you are uncomfortable with life, you will feel uncomfortable. If you are uncomfortable with everything, you will be totally uncomfortable now. My friends, sit. Sit. And exhale. Sit still, eyes still closed. Look into the darkness. Now, my friends, as you see this dark space, I want you to mentally see the Himalayan mountains. Himalayan mountains. Let's create a projection. The Himalayan mountains. In the sacred space of emptiness, I want you to visualize the Himalayan mountains, however they appear to you. You don't need to think, you don't need to go to the Google and search how the Himalayas look like to visualize it. No, that is your thoughts. No, close eyes, see, and say Himalayan mountains. And whatever mountain appears to you, that is the Himalayan mountains, my friend. Look at it. Look at it without your narration going in the background. Look at it without your story. Look at it without your thoughts. And mentally go into gratitude. You're picking up the mountain today, the Himalayan mountains. The original name of the Himalayan mountains is known as Devgiri. Before it was named as the Himalayan mountains, it was known as Devgiri in Sanskrit. The original name, Devgiri, means the mountain of the gods, the mountain of higher frequencies. Sit and be in gratitude towards this mountain. It's called Shukar. Once upon a time, our first incarnation, this is where we were as crystals, you and me. Once upon a time, we're sharing the sacred space as crystals, and here we are today. My friends, I want you to sit in total gratitude and reverence. And if you don't know what that means, just put gratitude and just sit with it. Whatever appears is gratitude. And if you don't know what reverence is, just close eyes and sit. Whatever appears is called reverence. You have an idea about gratitude. I want you to drop that. You have an idea about reverence. I want you to drop that. Let it appear, let it manifest, and see it as the seer. And bothered, don't be bothered by anything else. You're just with the Himalayan mountain now. Do not be bothered by who comes and who goes. Do not be bothered who comes and who goes. Sit and let me recite the sutra again. Don't sit in light. Don't sit in outside. Don't sit outside in light. Come in. Sit in darkness with us. We are all intoxicated here. We are all intoxicated. We are in Vajda. We are in Shukar. Nobody bothers who comes, who goes. Nobody bothers who comes, who goes. Wow. Can you imagine that state? Where you're not being bothered by which thought comes and which thought goes. At least for now, my friends, we are in the space. You can do it. You can do it. I have found success in this, and I'm sure you will find success in this. At least for now. You can be bothered by everything. Once we are out of this meditation, go ahead, be bothered by everything. It doesn't matter. Now you can do it together. We're in the space. 11 or more people are sitting. Something has to shift. It's called Sangha. It's called Sangat. Sangat is when 11 individuals or more sit together, synchronize the breath, synchronize the posture, synchronize the mudras, synchronize the sight, synchronize the hearing, synchronizes the taste. All the 5 senses are synchronized. And the Sangha, the Sangat is formed. And in this presence, something has to change, something has to shift. And with this realization, my friends, I want you to inhale and let this breath be the breath of the Himalayan mountains, and sit and see. And don't be bothered by who comes, who goes. It's a whole shift now. And you will be amazed, you can actually hold the breath longer now. My friends, hold. Whenever you can hold your breath for 24 seconds or more, something starts readjusting itself. There's the whole art of holding the breath. When you hold the breath, you're holding life. And when you hold life, you become alive. The science of becoming alive. And my friends, exhale. One more time, inhale. And hold the sacred breath. Let this breath be the breath of the sacred mountain. Devgiri. Devgiri. The Himalayan mountain. The space of the sacred vibrations. Our primordial home in the realm of time and space. In the realm of name and form. In the realm of matter, if it exists. Sit. And do not be bothered by who comes and who goes. This is wonder, this is a state of wonder. This is wow. This is wow. And this is hey. And this is guru. Wah means wow. Hey means now. Guru means wisdom. The wisdom of wow in the now. Wah, hey, guru. And exhale. Last time, my friends. Inhale. And hold. And let the prana of the Himalayan mountains be with you. The sacred space, the space that gave birth to this wisdom, the highest land that gave birth to the highest wisdom, the spontaneous wisdom of here and now. It is called Gurmat. Gurmat, the spontaneous wisdom of here and now. Vaheguru. The wow, the wisdom of wow in the now. And my friends, with this realization, with no thoughts, with no emotions, with no story, with no narration, your board is totally blank, blank. and exhale. Very slowly, open your eyes and just shake yourself. You can stretch your legs. You can tap yourself all the way down, both your legs. You can tap your lower back. You can tap your sides. And you can tap your chest. You can tap your navel. And you can inhale, hold, and shake yourself. Shake the whole body from head to toe. Shake, shake, sit. Stretch the legs out and just shake yourself. And exhale. One more time, inhale and shake. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And shake the whole body. And exhale. And satnam. Through the grace of the Guru, we sat, we vibrated, we saw ourselves, we saw God. We touched our breath. We saw the blackboard. We went to the black hole. And this is not a belief system, my friends. This is your direct experience. If you were with me and you were experiencing this without your thoughts, whatever I have shared with you with the grace of the Guru, that was the universe within you. That was the totality within you. Within this name and form, the cosmos, the divine, is vibrating that sacred space we call darshan, the door where everything dissolves, the door that has the potential of all possibilities. You know, everything that you have ever experienced, every success of life, every failure of life that you have ever experienced came from this dark space. And if you know this, you know all. मुझ में रहकर मुझी से पर्दा. The reality is within me, and it has veiled itself by itself to me. The reality is within me, but it has veiled itself by itself to me. हम और वो एक ही घर में रहते हैं, मगर ताजुब पर ताजुब है कि मिलने को तरसते हैं. That which I'm finding, that which I'm longing, that and me, we are staying in the same space, we are staying in the same house, yet we are longing to meet each other. That's the divine, that's the self, that's the I. All search is the search for the I. All search is for the search of the reality which is manifesting through you, through the eye, through the breath, through the tongue, through the ears, through your hands, through your movement. You know that we are all the different waves of one cosmic vibration called Shabad, called Nam. And that can be experienced if you learn to see without your thoughts. If you learn to see without blinking. That would be for future, how to see without blinking, and how the name and form dissolves, and how right in front of you, you see this world of name and form, how it dissolves. You know, at the time of birth, everything was dark. And then when you took birth, name and form came to existence. And do you know that when you die, the same process through which the birth happened, the same process will happen for death. When you took birth from dark primordial womb, when you knew nothing, when you thought about nothing, when you were in the primordial Shunya, and you came and you were exposed to light, and then light gave birth to name and form. The same thing. When the last moment comes, the name and form shuts itself and brings you back to the primordial womb. This is, everybody is going to experience this. But in the yogic teachings, we want to experience this before the universe imposes on you. And that is called samadhi. That is called darshan. That is yoga, where you consciously see behind the veil. Before birth, the veil before the birth, and the veil after death can be seen by the yogi while the both veils are. This is called the bardo. The bardo of living and dying. The two doors. The bar means door. Do means two. The space between two doors. Don't get lost here. Bring a consciousness, bring awareness, know yourself. Who am I? And that is the journey. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat means being, and Nam means knowing, the state of being and knowing. Now we are only in the realm of knowing. You have lost being. I hope you're with me. Before the veil, before birth, there was a knowing and there was being. The knowing of the being, Sat Nam. And after death, there will still be knowing and being. Again, this whole concept of karma, I'm not going into that. I'm just taking it in general. While you are in bardo, you lose being. You get lost in knowing. Everything is known, and in that knowing, the being loses itself. They say Krishna got lost in its play in Ras Leela. God gets lost in its play. So this is the journey of going back to Godhood, where a yogi goes back to the state of Satnam, knowing and being. Knowing the being is the returning back home of consciousness. Now consciousness is diverted into multiple streams. The consciousness identifies first itself with the body, and then the consciousness identifies itself with the mind, and then the consciousness identifies itself with the world. There's nothing else, you know. These are the three realms. There's nothing else. And then this is the journey of returning that back to the self. It's called self-realization. It is called Atam Gyan.